All right, example 2 says, use the condition to find, we're going to try to find the sine of 2 theta, the cosine of 2 theta, and the tangent of 2 theta, given that the cosine of theta equals 5 over 13. We did this a while back, so we're bringing this back. So 5 over 13, and 3 pi over 2 is less than theta is less than 2 pi. So what this is telling you what quadrant you are in. So theta, your angle is between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. So if we look at our quadrants, so this is 0, this is pi over 2, pi, and 3 pi over 2, and then this is also 2 pi. So your angle, it's saying, is between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. So your angle is in quadrant 4, and your cosine is 5 over 13. Now you have to kind of go back in your memory and remember that cosine, when we were doing this, is x over r. Sine theta is y over r. And tangent is y over x. So if our cosine is 5 over 13, then x equals 5. We don't know what y equals, and r equals 13. And so we're here, somewhere over here. Our x value is 5, and our radius, this measurement here, is 13. So we're missing, we've got 5, we've got the x, we're missing the y, so we're missing this. So you can use the Pythagorean theorem. 5 squared plus y squared equals r squared. And we get, oh, you should know this triangle, right? I shouldn't even have to finish this. This is a 5, 12, 13, right? But y could be positive or negative 12 because this is a coordinate, right? Since we're going down, since it's over here in quadrant 4, y is going to be negative 12. Do y'all see that? Since it's over 5, it has to go down 12. So y has to be negative 12. So there's this is our important information right here. So now we can use this to first of all find the sine and tangent of our angle. Then we can use to find all the double angles. Sorry, I can never get this lined up. So remember that our goal, what we're trying to find, is the sine of the double angle, the cosine of the double angle, and the tangent of the double angle. So before we can find those, we need to just find what the regular sine, cosine, and tangent are. So we already have the cosine. It gave us that, 5 over 13. The sine is y over r. We found that y was negative 12, and r is, oops, I almost wrote 5, sorry. R is 13. And then tangent is y over x, which is negative 12 over 5. Now we have these building blocks, and now we'll go to our formulas here. So we can just start at the top. So the sine of a double angle is 2 times the sine of the angle times the cosine of the angle. So, oops, I have this at a weird angle today. I'm going to draw a line here. Okay. So sine of 2, I'm going to write what it is. 2 times, oh no, my bad. I'm going to write this out first. Okay, so we found the sine. The sine was negative 12 over 13. And the cosine is 5 over 13. So 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta. And now we just work out our fractions. So 2 times negative 12 times 5 is negative 120. 13 times 13, you guys should have all your squareds memorized. That's 169. And then 2 times negative, oh my bad. I'm sorry guys, I skipped ahead. I did all of this in one step. I'm sorry, my brain's kind of crazy today. I'm following along the work that I already did. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24 over 13 times 5 over 13. Negative 24 times 5 is negative 120. Sorry if I confused you. So that's your, this is your answer for the sine of 2 theta. I know it's a really big fraction. Don't be scared of that. All right. Now the cosine. Cosine of 2 theta equals, now we can pick any of these to use. I don't know, let's pick, how about, let's see, the book uses this one. We'll use this one, sure. Okay, so 2 cosine squared u minus 1. I'm going to write that out. So that's the formula. So 2 times the cosine squared. We found that the cosine was 5 over 13, and then squared, minus 1. So 2 times 5 squared is 25. 13 squared is 169 minus 1. 2 times 25. Remember, anytime you're multiplying fractions, you just multiply straight across. If it's a whole number, it goes over 1. 2 times 25 is 50. 1 times 169 is 169 minus 1. Now to subtract with fractions, you must have a common denominator. So we turn 1 into 169 over 169. And 50 minus 169 is negative 119 over 169. And there's your cosine of 2 theta. One last one, and this video is over. Oh no, I've run out of paper. tangent. Why does tangent always have to be more tricky in every single thing? Okay, so tangent 2 theta. Now our formula for tangent says that it is equal to 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent squared theta. Okay, so we found that, oh, where's all my papers? Okay, the tangent, just write it off to the side. We did find that tangent was equal to negative 12 over 5. So that's what we're going to use for this. So this equals 2 times negative 12 fifths over 1 minus negative 12 fifths squared. Now we just work it out. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24 fifths over 1 minus negative 12 squared is 144. It's positive, right? And 5 squared is 25. We'll go this way. Now let's simplify the bottom. So we need a common denominator, right, with fractions. So we'll change 1 to 25 over 25 minus 144 over 25. So then we have negative 24 over 5 over 25 minus 144 is, I wrote this down, is that negative 119 as well? Let me just double check. 25 minus 144, yes. Negative 119 over 25. Remember, with adding and subtracting fractions, you find the common denominator, and then you add or subtract just across the top, and you keep the bottom the same. All right, now we have a division problem. Negative 24 fifths divided by negative 119 over 25. To divide fractions, you must multiply by the reciprocal. So we change it to negative 24 fifths times 25 over negative 119. We can cancel out the 5, so this divided by 5 is 1. This divided by 5 is 5. That simplifies it a little bit for us. And we get negative 24 over times 5 is negative 120. But we have a negative and a negative. Those will cancel out. There we go. I know that was a lot of work, and this video was super long, and I'm really sorry about that. So I'll try to not go so long next time. All right, your next practice problem is there's a lot to that one. There will definitely be one like this on your test. Probably just one. Okay, so use the conditions to find, we're going to find, just like we did, 2 theta, oh, my bad, sine 2 theta, cosine 2 theta, tangent 2 theta, given sine of theta equals 3 fifths, and your angle is between 0 and pi over 2. So this is how you find the quadrant. This is the information you're given. You find all of those. All right. We will stop there.